Alright, so no introduction today, but still like, comment, share, subscribe, all the other good stuff. Use the hashtags and the links in the description box down below. All the other good juicy stuff. Anyways, yeah, I know what it is. Every time Thanksgiving around here in the United States and Canada happens, or Box Days, I call it over there in Canada, that and Christmas, I don't know why. Every time I take half a week to like 2 weeks off, it's always the craziest, wild stories I always freaking miss. I don't know why I always have bad luck with that. It's weird. Because every time, and especially in December, I'll take 2.5 weeks off of YouTube because I'm spending a way extra longer time with my family, cousins, aunties, uncles, nieces, nephews, IRL. So there's that. I make it a sole purpose in my life to actually go to those places. You know, it's like other side of the freaking like state, but whatever. Anyways, this one was way older, it's in 16th or 17th. This comes from probably gonna butcher this. I'm just gonna call it Aranisha. So I'm not a you-know-what rape assaulter person. Dream accuses Gumball of Gumball Watterson, aka voice actor, physical assault and racism. I think his real name was Nicolas Cantu. And another one. Viral dream parody account caught Nicolas Cantu's. I don't know why it's doing that. Claims Minecraft streamer threatened them with legal action. There was a Twitter video on this for 2.5 minutes. I'm gonna mix this with the Colleen Ballinger thing, but that's a whole separate video on its own. I want to scream and get loud like a mother effer on it. I can't because the roommate's sleeping next door right now, so links down below. I didn't hear too much about it, but I think the only thing I know is that it was like some Uber or Lyft driver was, I don't know if he was instigating it or the other dude himself. I found out his full name is Clay something. Clay whatever his last name was. Clay something Washington. Anyways, this was the Twitter video, X video, so you're not going to be able to hear crap. So I'm just going to have to hold it like this, because it was shot in this one. I don't know why they did it in this formation, but I'm going to have to do it like that. And it's going to be a little shaky, cam. Going back to the old walk and talk days, or chat and breeze.
Your ass, yeah, of course, right? When he came back, what was the first? They're gonna arrest your ass, yeah, of course, right? When he came back, what was the first thing he told you? He said, listen.
This dude got way older now. He's got to be like, I don't know, 20, 21 years old. Because I remember when the Amazing World of Gumball came out around 2011, 2012. At that original time, I do remember for a fact that one a regular show and the other stuff in the early 2010s. Some of you guys were probably Gen Zers at the time. I was very young, like college kid at the time. I was between 20 to 24 years old at the time. And granted, it's a legal age as an adult, but I don't know what it is. I know they say, I think psychologists or therapists, I don't know who the fuck says it, but I remember somebody saying a long time ago, it was my freshman year of college, your brain doesn't fully 100% develop till you're 25. That should be switched to 30 more than 25. And I know not everyone's going to know everything of all things. No one will have no perfection on this earth. Not everyone's going to be perfect on this earth, but there was one, but hopefully he returns soon the way the chaos and pandemonium is going on this earth. This dude got a little older. You know how he kind of looks like? Kind of looks like a skinny. No offense to anyone that's anorexia or bulimic or any of that. There's like, I know there's little like code words for those if you want to censor yourself. I don't get paid by the YouTube algorithm or Google, so I don't really give a shit anyways. But hopefully it doesn't get my channel or shut down or none of that. But pro Anna or those other dysmorphia sort of like things people suffer. I'm pure polar opposite of that because I'm a very big, heavy set, overweight, obese dude. But thank God I'm not that. Thank God. I would have been skin and bones like Eugenia Cooney. Oh, Lord. God forbid that. But let's truly go on. There's only 2.5 minutes. Let's jump into it.
He said, if you get out, I'm a what?
Let's pause the video when I have to put input in. I said, like, viewpoints and opinions and speculation about it.
God, I was trying to tell you that before you even started talking to me.
Before I tell you,
listen to somebody who has experience in life. If I'm putting you on game, right?
I heard shout out to my dude. I don't know who it was, but I think it was either Upiva or Omni. They said they think the dude Nicolas Cantu, I think he's got to be 21 and up. Yeah, right now. So it's about that. And this dude's young enough to be my little brother. Because if he's 21 right now, and I'm way older than his ass. I'm 34. But I watched maybe like the first season of Amazing World of Gumball. Most of the regular show shit I watch. Adventure Time, I'm sorry, it annoyed the living bejesus shit out of me. I never liked that fucking show. I'm sorry, it was just annoyed the hell out of me. I know some of my Gen Z or Zoomers, probably younger kids, they probably grew up with that, and that's fine. That's totally cool. That's your generation. Well, my generation stuff was for Digimon, Pokemon, Dragon Ball Z, One Piece, and fucking what else? Tenshinmuyo was it? Inuyasha, and stuff when I was a teenager in the early mid-2000s, like Full Metal Alchemist, Inuyasha, Yu Yu Hakusho, and what else was out there? Dot Hack Sign, that was a real big one in Bleach. That's probably how they see Adventure Time and Amazing World of Gumball for them, the younger kids, which a lot of them are grown young adults now. I gotta be between them, 17 to about 25 or 17 to 28 years old at least. Our old Gen Z are. Let's continue forward.
See, you still no, I'm not going. So
you're asking why
I'm not going because you're manipulating. The same thing you say. You not want to tell you that.
Somebody said he was like drunk, inebriated, or tipsy a little bit too. Nicolas Cantu. He goes either Hooperville or my dude Omni. I talked about it. I'll see if I remember the links in the description.
Before you even started talking to me,
before I tell you,
listen to somebody who has experience in life. If I'm putting you on game, right? See, you still no, I'm not going.
So you're asking why
I'm not going because you're manipulating. The same thing you say you not want to do or you've been through.
And this dude's probably around my age. He's got to be at least his early mid-30s or early 40s at least. He looks like he's been through a lot of situational, problematic stuff in his life. I was from way back when. Especially if you look at my older Criticism Guide 2009 older ones. Half of those I kind of like put private and deleted because I'm very proud of what I said back then. And again, I was like 18, 19, 20 years old. I didn't know any fucking better. I thought I was on top of the world with knowledge and culture and stuff. I see the Waking Up, the Truth, the Movement, alternative media stuff. Found out half of that shit was a fucking bullshit ass lie. Like the old school A.J. Jones, Alex Jones, Mark Dice, like Amazing Atheist days. We're talking way back in the old school Filthy Frank days. Hell, even way more old schooler than that. Like the stuff that would be super problematic now. We want an old school Howard Stern levels of shit. Not even gonna talk about that fool. And there's another dude I made a video on him. He ripped an asshole on that dude, man. I know he's a part of the LGBTQIA plus non-binary, non-gender community, which I disagree with some of the shit that they say. Not completely, but some of the stuff I agree with a little bit. Listen, not so much. But yeah, this guy looks like he's been through the ringer with life. The one that was the Uber or Lyft driver. Let's continue forward. He's trying to give Nicolas Cantu the stuff. I guess because I don't know if he came from Hollywood royalty or he just got picked as a voice actor for Cartoon Network's on Amazing World of Gumball way back in the day. But I don't know. Dream was the one that started or instigated the fight that somebody got slapped real bad, or the Nicolas Cantu maybe because it came from maybe possible high Hollywood royalty. He started bullshit with him. I don't know. Let's move on.
You're doing the exact same shit. And you're using all these bullshit excuses of why you're still fucking up. So you're the type of person, you're going to have to bump your fucking head for you to learn. So when somebody who is older than you...
I want to tell you right now, you are...
I don't like how he did that whole thing. He's all crazy and stuff. But once again, I heard he was drunk or inebriated. But I know some alcohol affects people like massively different amounts of ways. I'm not going to get too private or personal about my life. On my old man side of the family, a lot of them are very, very bad, stupid alcoholics. Very, very bad. That's the only thing I'm going to say about that. And then my mom's side, like, it was like two of them had problems with drugs and cocaine and all that other stuff. And unfortunately, opioid stuff, heroin stuff even. And most of them ended up being real good for themselves. And gone. A lot of them are very, very brainwashed pigeons and chiefs to like a lot of politics on my mom's side, more than my pop's side. So neither side's perfect, man. I mean, educational-wise, and like a lot of them went to college. It's crazy because a lot of them came from real broken, poor families in Mexico and stuff on my mom's side. But they still ended up going to college somehow. I don't know how they did it. I think one of them ended up being super poor and lived in the countryside. That's the only thing I'm going to say about that. I'm trying to give too much information about that there. But let's go back to this dude. I know Nicolas Cantu was in the wrong. You're talking a lot of shit on this Uber drivers. I know a lot of Uber and Lyft drivers. I don't know any of them personally, but I've heard traumatic, eventful, sad tragedy stories and real insane and membrane stories of Uber and Lyft drivers. Sometimes some Uber and Lyft drivers are in the wrong. That's when they're picking up a really, really super beautiful, attractive, young, hot girl, and vice versa. It could be an old lady, MILF chick or whatever, like old cougar lady, trying to pick up a young dude or something. But see, that never gets supported here in the United States. Ever, which is sad. I'm going off a different tangent. Let's get back to this dude. I don't know if he's in the right or wrong. He's young enough to either be my nephew or my little brother, but that's what it is. See what he has to say.
Australopithecus, Cro-Magnon, rock fucking stupid. You're retarded. You're fucking Down syndrome. I don't give a fuck. You do not understand that your literacy level needs to be brought up from the fucking Mariana Trench. And you have a fucking issue with your intelligence. When the bites come, or the ants come at me, it'll take 10,000, 100,000 of them to take me down. So that's how minuscule you.
Oh, wow. It's crazy because when I was doing his thumbnail, he looks like he's shit-faced out of his mind, bro. Badly. And I remember, like, and I'm not going to get too much deep into it, but when I was working at, it wasn't at a Target or Walmart, it was kind of like, sort of like a clone of a Dollar Tree store, 99-cent store. This is before I was doing my motel casino job. I make a lot more shitload, luckily. Not to be a clout chaser, boasting, or trying to signal boost myself I'm better than everyone else. Nowhere near that level of any sort of respect IRL, let alone YouTube or the social media platforms that are out there. But I was working in this other spot. I'm not gonna say what it was called, but it was like right like in the last 4 or 5 months, maybe 4 to 6 months, my senior year of university. It was kind of like a clone version of Family Dollar, Dollar Store, Dollar General, but it was another one. It started with it's kind of like another one, Smart and Final, but it was a more poor version of that. And you guys can Google it on your own. It's out there. At the end, it's like Big Lots, but it's something Lots at the end. That's all I'm going to say. And it has 2 more words on that too. I'm not going to say exactly because I didn't want to the place is gone now. I think it turned into like a freaking AutoZone or a Walgreens. But I remember this one dude. I've never, ever fucking forgotten. I'm still not even that young either. Like I was on like 24 to 27. It was one of those years. I was between 24 and 27 years old. One of those two. It freaked me the fuck out. This dude looked like he was high heroin or opioid or cocaine. He came straight to my face on that level. And I knew, like, he was like right there in between my nose. He was getting real world deep and getting in my personal space. And luckily, my boss manager saw that. And then they had the security right there, thank God. Because the one I was working at was really, really run down, poor, like, more like less fortunate, like poverty stricken area. Like it's like not the ghetto or the hood, or it's not like Compton either. It's like half ghetto, but it's like a little bit half safe too. And I was real nervous. He was telling me something real up close to my face. Like, can't trust any of these MFers. And he was one of those R-word, like bigoted dudes to a lot of African Americans. He was like kind of like, no offense to white people, because I know they got their trailer trash, white trash dudes. He was kind of like a white bread, inbred sort of like Southern dude. It's crazy, and he sounded like it was from, I don't know, Louisiana, Missouri, Arkansas, Nebraska, Oklahoma, Texas, somewhere. So I could tell he definitely wasn't from here in Vegas. But then again, there's a shit ton of people from all over the damn world that come out here in Vegas, and like every day. So I wasn't surprised about it. It's like, you gotta watch your back around these Colombian specks and like being in wetbass and these N-words. He said the hard R-word to the black people. He told me straight up to my face like that, and I was getting ready because I do. I'm not gonna like want YouTube think, oh, I'm a threat or a T word or any of that, but it's not like a chapow. It's not a firearm I keep with me. It's something else. It's a very, very sharp. Let's just call it a sharp feather, for a better sense of the word. But it's opposite of that. It's something that the Filipinos made a long time ago. That's the only thing I'm gonna let you know. That's what it is. And I want to get more professional with it too next year, especially 2024. Something that I carry along with me. I'm not a professional at it. I'm very, very amateur at it. I was just barely like learning that. It's kind of like a safety sort of thing that you take out for campfires, like you're going out camping, something like that. It's a protector. You know what? Stuff that's happening in the UK. I can't say it. It's like a butter spork. That's not what it really was. I'll just call it a butter spork for protection. I was about to take it out, and luckily the security took him off me a little bit. It's like, remember what I said, man? Remember what I said? You just gotta watch out for these guys. And he's like, I could tell the way he's looking in a dream, like he's about to throw their hands. Has a physical altercation. He's about to throw the 1-2, put up your dukes, physical fight / kicking the crap out of each other, breaking each other's bones looking type of face that he's getting that expression there. Well, let's move on.
You are to my size, right? My stature of intelligence, character, body, and reverence in the world. 1K is better for this pussy who doesn't want to give away his millions. Are you Jewish? No, man, because I'm going to do movies, stand-up comedy, everything, all this shit. Music, whatever the fuck, e-commerce. You don't understand that you're talking to, like, a Michaelangelo of my time. Right? Like, I'm a genius, Albert Einstein level history bookmaker. You're going to be...
Yeah, maybe for a lot of little younger Generation Z kids that grew up with him. I didn't, personally. Because I think the first season one actor was a different kid. It wasn't this same kid like here, Nicolas Cantu. It was another kid that probably voice acted him. And then, and for a lot of Gen Alpha and Gen Z kids, but for a lot of millennials, I probably didn't know who the fuck he was. I was just probably just barely having kids. Gen Xers were probably having children at that time watching The Amazing World of Gumball. Who knows?
Be forgotten like the dust in the sand.
That's a little bit of an arrogant, ignorant sort of take, in my opinion.
When you're in the fucking Sahara and there's 100 million, 1,000 billion fucking sand particles, you're gonna be one of those, and I'm gonna be a statue erected in gold. So understand. I am like this because ADHD, autism, neurodivergent.
I have ADHD as well.
Right, but because.
And I said this on the channel a few times, like way back in the day. I don't know what it is. See, that's where, in my personal opinion, I can't defend every single millennial that's out there, because everyone's going to act and think a certain different type of viewpoint, different type of way. They're going to have a different type of lifestyle compared to everyone else. I can't, not the arbiter of truth on that, but that right there, man. That whole neural divergent thing. I don't know where the hell that shit came from. Did that come from that movie after the Hunger Games? Like, the Divergent, Allegiant, and, Transcendent movie? That trilogy? Is that where they got that thought neural divergent? Is that the whole non-binary stuff sort of thing and gender fluid crap? I don't know. Because that's where they lose me completely. I'm sorry, I don't know what the hell type of crap that they're on. They're high on some sort of freaking, I don't know, a prescription or medication or any of that. I can't make that call because I'm not a doctor, I'm not a physician, I'm not a therapist, psychologist, or therapeutic person. I don't work in a crazy house, insane asylum, but as far as, no offense, I'm not trying to paint every Generation Z kid like oh, they're all super comfortable having ADHD and mental health problems, mental health awareness, and all that shit. They're a lot more of an open book with that shit compared to my generation. I don't know, some of them, maybe a few people in my generation, the millennials, are a little bit more open about it, but back in the 90s, I don't know, it's probably the same way it was in the 80s, except I wasn't alive for most of that. But, at that time, that was a very, very big taboo thing in the 90s and 2000s. You didn't talk about your mental disadvantages, your mental health, like stuff if you were in special education, or if you had ADD or ADHD. I don't think I ever got diagnosed with it, but I remember I had some sort of form of ADD. That's it. But not the ADHD shit. And they're neurodivergent. I don't know what the hell that shit is. I don't know what the hell a lot of these institutionalized school programs are teaching a lot of these kids nowadays. I have no fucking clue. So I'm not a parent. I'm an uncle, but not a parent. Well, let's move on.
Because you said that's what the mask is. I think you're a faggot, all right? So that's why. You're really cool, Dream. I still want to fight you. And all of the shit that's happened tonight, it's not going to make it a fucking, like, brutal marauder. I'm not going to be a brutal marauder. I'm going to...
What are you talking about? A martyrer? Instead of a marauder? I don't know what it is. I'm just way the fuck out of the loop out of these little, like, lingos and slangs a lot of these Gen Z kids, like, even find. I don't know if they're finding it 4chan, 8chan, Reddit, or more than likely, in my personal opinion, they're finding it either on a lot of the Discord chats or TikTok, mainly. Maybe on Kick, too. That's probably where a lot of them are hanging out, and I don't go any of those fucking places. I rarely ever go to Reddit once every, like, maybe 2-3 times out of the month, and that's probably it. But I'm not one of those crazy-ass incels who's, oh, just unalive video game, take your own life away self. I'm not that type of dude on Reddit. Hell no. I don't know. This dude, I feel like he's really lost, in my personal opinion. I'm not a pastor. I'm not an ordained minister. I'm not a youth ministries or any of that stuff. But this dude needs to find, like, Jesus and Yahshua Hashem God. He's really got to find Christ, man. Cling on to him, bro. Especially a lot of these dudes, especially in Hollywood. I know a lot of them are massively against religion and all that. I'm not even trying to make it a religious thing. I don't know. I feel like they want through a way more extra shitload of stuff. Because back in 2009, 2010, I remember when the whole, like, swine flu shit was going on at that time. And I got to be careful I say it. That and the old, like, pig disease. That and the bird disease. I remember that was going on. But they didn't make a whole big thing like they did when the 2020-21 lockdowns were happening. Like, literally, like, 2 years ago almost now. Like, how it happened. I think that messed up a lot of Generation Z's, like, mental health really, really cataclysmically bad, in my personal opinion. This is just me talking. That's how I see my viewpoint. I don't know, these Gen Z kids, like, I think that's what fucked their head up a lot more. That and the TikToks, some of the TikToks, and then a lot of the freaking like stuff they seen, like even that dude controversially. I know he did like an interview last week with Piers Morgan. I didn't get a chance to watch the second interview. I might do a reaction to that. It might depends, because he did the brother with Piers Morgan did like an interview with the other dude Tristan Tate, but he did one the main crazy wild ass dude, the top tier Andrew Tate. That's me. I know this is the way I live my life. I live to smoke a cigarette. They're smoking on a cigar, like all that, and like that type of dude. I don't know. And you saw a lot of young Gen Z boys. They really look up to that dude like a god. That dude's only 2 years older than me, but some of this shit is fucking garbage. It is bad, man. He's like a literal Grand Theft Auto 5 clown in real life, in my opinion. Well, let's move on.
Gonna like literally like either you're gonna be paralyzed or you're gonna be dead. Like, I'm serious.
Okay, man. Can you fight?
He's literally thinking like he's gonna beat the living shit out of the little dude. Like, Dream. Like, I'm not defending him either. I've heard about him like 3.5 years. He's way more for the way younger little kids. I guess like those other ones I barely even knew about, like George and I Found and Tommy in it. And even another dude I'm trying to think, like the one that was real super controversial in 2018, 2019 before the lockdown shit situation happened. David Dobrik. David Dobrik or David Dobrik? I don't know. Ugh. This is why I'm so glad I don't have freaking kids. I'm so fucking glad I don't have that many nieces or nephews. I have a few nephews, maybe 1 or 2 nieces, and that's it. Those live all back east, so. And it's almost finished.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Tyrell, I apologize.
Oh, no, I'm good.
I know, I'm sorry for
I met him
doing this.
tonight.
But yeah, you get on the video now. Thanks for watching. Cantu Network on all socials. Tune your sets.
They're going to arrest.
Now, if he just did this for clout and he really wasn't drunk or inebriated or on some sort of medication, like some substance, you know what? That's way fucked up, bro. He just lied about that whole entire thing. So, yeah, in the sports key to this is what is said on here. I guess this is what blew the spark out of this whole situation in Jamble from last week. Yeah, he wasn't a pedo and all that. All right, there's your fans. Ex-user provided him proof that he claims, hey, you're going to need to drop proof if you're saying it all. I don't think I'm going to have a YouTube or TikTok, like, influencer boxing match or something to do that for charity. I wouldn't be surprised. It says, meanwhile, another user explained the concerns with accounts on his production agent YouTube channel. I want to read the other one more. That one's a lot more recent, even though it's way old as hell now. Let's check it out. Alright, I don't care about that. Alright. Yeah, I reread most of this. Well, actually, no, I didn't. So the account's username displayed for even more fooled famous voice actor Nicolas Cantu is mistaking them for a real person, causing a massive drama with Cantu and Clay clashing online. In a recent post, a parody account has claimed that Dream himself has threatened to take legal action. They do not stop making contentious claims. Excuse me. For content, the fake account has made many references and allegations of grooming against the Minecraft streamer. And I guess they're talking about Clayton. I think his last name's Washington or whatever. Dream. On the post caption, it's Jover. The owner of the account shared a screenshot of a message that appears to be the real Dream, threatening him with legal action lawsuits. It says, Clay and the allegations of grooming have been made and may have been against him and are widely discussed topics throughout social media. Readers should note that while there has been no accusations against the streamer, nothing conclusive has been determined about the case will still appear to be in the courts. And the most recent controversy that garnered a lot of attention that happened between Minecraft streamer and Gumball voice actor Nicolas Cantu, who apparently had physically assaulted him in the past. I didn't see that in the video. Maybe it was in another separate video somewhere. I don't know. Regardless, the two get into a heated debate. Should say debate instead of exchange, but whatever. It's Sportskeeda, freaking news headline. And all started because Nicolas Cantu had mistakenly made the parody account from a real YouTuber. The owner of a fake account has not only claimed that Dream himself has been threatening legal action lawsuits, that's what it says, lawsuits, but the Minecraft streamer has already blocked him. With viewers and fans already discussing the controversial parts of the parody, have garnered over hundreds of thousands of views on X, aka Twitter. The news of the legal action quickly grabbed attention. Here's a couple of the general reactions to social media. This is what some of the people are saying. All in favor of dream mantalizing, being a real dream. Dream fell off while parody was given more. Is this what you really want? Dude actually speaks in the DreamWorks like a DreamWorks villain. That's a good one there. Richie OG, and this person says they're laughing. It's totally internet research. I don't know if that's a real account or a botted account or a parody account, or if it's a real person saying that. But that was a funny joke there. Nah, but really, the reply though. As mentioned before, the allegations of grooming have been a big controversy surrounding Minecraft streamers for a while. I'm not shocked. For readers looking for more content, he has a definitive, overwhelming overview, of the facts and where the case stands. Alright, this is some other crap. Oh, those other tweets too. I didn't know that. Huh. Oh well. He had thoughts, views, opinions, and hot takes on this, and probably speculations. Yeah. I don't follow any of these two. These two are way, way younger than I am. This is probably more for the audience or like Generation Zers, Zoomers, and Gen Alpha kids. Once again, I'm way the fuck out of the loop on this mess. And I was like a week and a half old. I heard about it last week when it was Thanksgiving Thursday, but I just didn't get the time. I was still having dinner with my extended family, my cousins, nephews, and all that, and then my uncles and aunts, and my family and parents and shit. So I didn't get time to talk about it. Bro. I mean, I already knew this dude had a lot of hot take controversial stuff in the past. This Dream Dude. I heard he made like a shirt last month or the month before September. It said grooming minors or something like that. Some super, super nasty, disgusting crap. But then this is the freaking following this dude wanted, bro. I want a disgusting, sickening, toxic, really, really negative incel sort of like talking-ish, sort of really super hot, debated like old school Howard Stern, like Filthy Frank, Leafy is here, sort of like Keemstar early mid 2010s. Really, really super problematic, controversial community. This dude right here, Dream Want It. He's reaping what he sows. Simple as that. He reaped what he fucking sowed, and he's gonna have to pay the consequences of that. And then he tried to like distance himself after he showed his face last year. I remember doing a video about that. I only got like 10 people watched it. Shout out to the many people that did. I thought it was a joke. I laughed a little bit. I was like, this is what this fool looks like. And some people they were chewing this dude out really bad on formerly known as Twitter, now it's X. It's really fucking bad, dude. It was way, way worse. That dude got backlash so fucking hard. He's such an ugly guy. He's so disgusting looking. He looks like pigeon shit or something. He looks like dog crap. Like, they even made memes on this dude. Dream. They're looking like the dude from Shrek. I think his name was more Farquaad, but if you say it fast enough, it's called Fuckwad. I didn't say some 70s, 80s profanity cussings. I never even heard of what the hell that was until like, it was like 2014 or 15. Like, what the hell's a fuckwad? Whatever. And there's other people way super harsh on him. I wasn't super harsh on the dude at all. I barely even knew the dude at the time. I only knew him from like 2020 or 2021 when I first heard of this dude. So it's more of a generational gap. That's the thing, because I never really watched a shit ton of streamers, especially Minecraft streamers on Twitch, Fortnite. A lot of them are mainly just young ass little kids, little punk ass teenagers. I watch them. I'm not in that group. I'm not in that demographic. It makes me so fucking glad when I was a 90s, 2000s kid. None of this shit existed. Smartphones didn't exist. Live streaming didn't exist. Webcams existed, but they were very, very old and very, very limited to how far it can go. I think in those furthest I was able to go from like the United States, Canada, and the UK, and that was it. And I think in the late 2000s, early 2010s, when technology got a little bit faster, you were able to go all over the world after that. Except, still can't go to places like North Korea or China or Venezuela because they're communist places. Anyways. Yeah, that's all I gotta say for now. A lot more of a longer video than it was before. That's it. I hope I never had to talk about this dude, Nicolas Cantu, or Dreaming Ice. He looks like a little fucking spoiled brat, man, in my opinion. I don't know the dude personally at all. It looks like he's damn near young enough to be my son, which is crazy as hell as that sounds. But then again, he still looks like he's got a baby face a little bit. This one, he kind of looks like a grown-ass dude already, Dream, but man... the audience he made for himself on Twitter and X is being a bunch of little nasty Satanist little shits and brats that he cultivated for so many years, for 3.5 years, probably longer than that, who knows? Because I never followed anything Minecraft on YouTube at all, ever. I mean, the oldest I ever, like, followed it was way back in the day. This is going to show how old as fuck my age is. Many of you guys were around way back in the beginning of the old school PewDiePie eras. Or what was another dude back in 2011, 2012? The old school Phil DeFranco when it was still called SXE Phil. If you were there back in the late 2000s, early 2010s era, you knew fools like that. Or even the one that was super annoying as hell. Like, it's Fred. It's Fred. And then his dad, it was John Cena in the show Nickelodeon. And I'm showing the old as fuck my ages. It was a dude named, 3 of them actually. It was a dude named Uberhax Nova, Seamus, SSOHPKC, and Sly Foxhound, and this other chick I had a massively huge crush on. Her name was Tiffany RC at the time. I think she's still on here, YouTube. Her name's iHouse Cupquake. I think, and no, she goes by Tiffany Rodriguez. I don't even know if her and the other dude were still married. That's how old as fuck I am. And at that time, I was about 19 or 20 years old at that time. Still trying to figure out what I was going to do with life. These guys were really, really big at that time. And that's barely when, like, the partnership and monetization of YouTube was just barely starting at that time. It was a whole other different wild, wild west at that time. Lots of stuff like Omegle still existed. Block TV and Stickcam still existed. This Google old school Tiny Chat URL existed. A lot of those old school freaking places that aren't even around anymore. Most of them are just dead now. Even before Mixer died out, and Mixer didn't even exist yet. There's places like TikTok and OnlyFans. None of that shit existed at all. It's wild. Like, servers come and go. Social media sites, they come and go. All these other, like, social media community, online, parasocial relationships, sort of like community gatherings, virtual community gatherings, and online posts, they come and go. They're like ghosts. It's a rotating door. And unless these companies get backed up by billion-dollar companies like it's Microsoft, Apple, Amazon, what else, Samsung or something like that, or even Sony, maybe even Google or any of those places, they ain't gonna last forever, sadly. Or video game companies like the Sony PS5 shit, that, or freaking Steam, or even like places like let's say that Steam or Nintendo or Disney, if they freaking back them up, they're not gonna last forever. These social media streaming services, like, it's gonna spark out and fail one day. And that's it. But that's all I got to say for now. I'm out of here. Links to description box down below, cards on the side, and dreaming Nicolas Cantu. Maybe I'll do a YouTube boxing or Twitch or TikTok boxing, like, streaming match, because they got a TikTok live now. I only heard about this a year and a half ago. As I heard, the Game Awards are gonna try to start doing streams there, the live stream stuff there. And that one with Twitter, aka X. They did it with Twitter for a little while now, so I'm not surprised. And of course, they did it the most longest with, like, Instagram and freaking, what else is out there? Instagram and YouTube, obviously, and Twitch. And that's all I gotta say for now. I'm finished here. My throat's starting to get way dry. The freaking hell that feels like this hair desert. Now I'm donezo for real. I'm about to go eat some good ass freaking egg roll panic special dinner. What's up? Peace out, ladies and gentlemen, bros, women. Damn, boys and girls, as always. Tacos and nikimoris. I'll see you guys when I see you guys every day, every night, wherever we're at in the world, universe out there. Don't drink, smoke at the same time. Don't interrupt the state to more future content channel. New video game industry news, anime manga news, Twitter drama, kick drama, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube drama news, and of course some HoloLive news and virtual VTuber drama news, and of course, as always, reaction, review, commentary, recording podcasts, inputs that I say in this channel. Take it easy, peace out, let's out, late and I see all this beautiful, wonderful people, badass, awesome individuals on the flip side. Take it easy, peace out, I'm gone, later, see you guys soon. Take it easy, stay extra safe, stay extra cautious, don't take any of the jab or the freaking poison, nanobots, or hydrogels, and I'm out of there. Talk to you guys soon. Goodbye. And I'll see you guys in the next future video and content posts whenever I get time for it. Laters.